When a form of media is adapted into something else, it should be expected that some changes will be made. These changes can be slight, or changing a portion of a character's personality or the hair and eye color of a character, or they can be major, such as a character's development in a story that differs from the source material, or giving another character a major role in the story. The people behind these changes can have many reasons for these changes, such as a writer thinking a change is suitable for a character because of their personality or development thus far, or a producer wanting more appearances of a character because either it is their favorite character or that character can sell products. For whatever reason, the change should be appropriate with the source material in mind or by the author's consent. Sadly, however, some adaptations completely destroy a character to the point of non-existence. Today, I'll be taking an analytical look at the adaptation of Ruby Kurosawa's character from Love Live Sunshine. The massive project of Love Live involved the animation studio Sunrise, music label Lantis, and the publishing company ASCII Media Works. Sunrise would cover the animation and promotional artwork of the series, Lantis would produce the songs, and ASCII Media Works would publish articles and stories. The latter is a crucial part in the adaptation analysis, as they hired Sakurako Kimino, the author behind the Yuri series Strawberry Panic, to develop the characters and write stories regarding Love Live. He provided several characteristics to each idol to make them stand out to readers before their animation debut. However, she is not responsible for scripting or composing the anime series, only the short stories, light novels, and manga. This is problematic for Love Live Sunshine's first season and Ruby's character as a whole. When Ruby was first revealed, she possessed several distinct traits. She is a shy girl and a crybaby, she has androphobia, she is childhood friends of Hanamaru, she loves school idols and wants to be one, and her only skill is sewing. As more articles came out in Dengekiji's magazine, readers learned that she possesses a fear of dogs, acts as the Tsukomi or straight man of the group. Both her and Hanamaru share a common trait of speaking in the third person. She still acts like a child and can be immature. She is self-loathing but wants to do her best. And although she can be nervous and fearful at times, she is strong-willed from her role as a girl in a rich family in Uchiura. These distinctive qualities can make her stand out as she possesses many characteristics that can conflict with one another, but she uses her weaknesses as her strength to persevere. So, what happened to her character when transitioning from text to animation? Although there is no sole person or reason behind this drastic change, it is alarming how they handled it. Basically, they took Ruby's character and looked at all of her qualities, both good and bad, and threw it out a window where the other members of Aqua were on standby, and they proceeded to split each of the characteristics amongst each other to add to themselves, where the other characteristics are not picked up or forgotten, and Ruby is left with only her personality and acts like a mascot for the group. She has been completely dismantled as a character, and here's how it goes down in the anime. In the first episode, it shows Ruby and Hanamaru are great friends, but Yoshiko is a childhood friend of Hanamaru from kindergarten. It could be up to the interpretation of both Ruby and Yoshiko are childhood friends of Hanamaru, but at the beginning of episode 4, the anime makes it clear that they met in middle school. This eliminates their close bond together since childhood. Hell, it negates most of everything in Ruby's childhood. Ruby and Hanamaru both speak in the third person, and they developed at an early age for it to continue into high school. Why would two middle school girls who just met each other decide to speak in the third person together at the same time? It's inconsistent. The other problem is that Ruby has loved idols since she was a child. Daya even stated that Ruby came out of the womb loving idols. However, the anime makes no mention of this and instead passes the love of idols to her big sister. Later in episode 1, Chika tries to start a school idol club at Ura Nahoshi, but Daya denies the application and quizzes Chika on school idol trivia pertaining to the Muse. The anime displays that Daya is the one who loves school idols more than everyone else, when it should be Ruby. Both Ruby and Daya develop a sisterly bond over their love of idols, which is charming, but when it comes to Daya, she trumps Ruby in many idol-related scenes in the series. This is even more problematic when the stories have Chika and Ruby bond over their love of school idols. It negates the relationship and makes Chika into a predator for Ruby instead. In episode 2, the series shows Riko is the one who is afraid of dogs, and it adds to their antics between her and Chihitake. Later scenes in the series show his fear of all dogs. While these can be some of the most comedic events in the Love Live Sunshine, Ruby is the one who is afraid of dogs. This fear fits Ruby well because she is a crybaby who is afraid of many things. She even congratulates herself when she overcomes her fear that makes her feel stronger. It appears the only reason Riko is afraid of dogs is so that she can get more scenes in the anime. Next, Yol is the one who is designing costumes for the group in episode 3 and future episodes. This is difficult because the anime makes it to where Yo is the one behind the uniforms and costumes with no help, similar to how Kotori was in the original series. Ruby is supposed to work alongside Yo in the wardrobe department, but that is not the case in the anime. This takes away from Ruby's character, as she says her only skill that she prides herself over is the fact that she can sew. Both Yo and Ruby could work on costumes together, but the fact Ruby cannot sew in the series reduces her character to nothingness, especially when considering the other obstacles. From episode 5 and onwards, Hanmaru plays a straight man for dry humor and being the mindful one in the group. This quality is one that does not honestly fit Ruby at all, as she is nervous and awkward girl. However, it is something that takes away from her character, so it's on the list. So this leaves Ruby with being a shy crybaby that can be immature and act childish while cheering everyone on. Basically, every precarious mascot in existence. However, it does not stop there. Ruby still has other qualities, which are sadly forgotten about. The first and most noticeable drop in the character is her androphobia, or fear of men. Only man Ruby has ever interacted with is her father, so she has trouble around boys. Her introduction states that she has never talked to any males besides her father before. Now, I thought this was weird, but concerning she attends an all-girls school and is from a rich family to pay for said tuition, it is possible to rarely meet any males. However, the anime makes it abundantly clear that Uchiura is one big taco festival. Tell me if you can spot any guys in this picture. Pause the video and tell me how many guys you see. If you guess 0, you're wrong, because one of them is Shiitake. Jokes aside, you would be right. Uchiura is the perfect matriarchal society in a world that only females exist, or they live in the world of Pokemon where everyone is the player character, minus Ruby and Sapphire. The production committee probably took that line of Ruby never meeting any males quite literally. However, the problem is when they go to places like Tokyo, men obviously exist there, and would make for some interesting dialogue for Ruby if she interacted with them. Alas, this does not seem to be the case, because Tokyo, too, is a massive taco festival. However, that is not the only trait dropped from her character. Ruby can loathe herself and get upset easily, as she can be immature and unsure at times. Yet, she has a strong exterior to her because of her background being born and raised in a wealthy family. It is the fact that even though she can be scared to the point of wetting herself, she'll try new things and experience new endeavors with a determined face so she won't back down. The anime viewers do not get to experience the tribulations Ruby goes through to do these things that she loves that may be out of character for her. For example, in the anime, Ruby does not truly display fear when traveling outside Uchiura to Tokyo. Even though she is with friends, there isn't time to display her worries of traveling outside her comfort zone into a foreign land that is crucial to her character as a shy, immature crybaby. Sadly, the anime stripped most of her character away. This should have been expected as adaptations do not fully embrace all character traits. Some changes would make sense if they can be off-putting. For example, Ruby being a Tsukuyomi is a bit outlandish when you consider she is taciturn and scared easily. To be a Tsukuyomi, you would have to possess confidence with your delivery, so Hanamaru being the new Tsukuyomi would make sense. However, Ruby's fear of dogs should have remained of her as it matches her personality. If the anime wanted to display a fear of dogs, Ruby would make much more sense because she is easily frightened, unlike Riko, who is reserved and modest. Since Ruby prides herself over her sewing skills, she should work together with Yo for designing costumes. Think about it. Yo has never had any experience with idols, yet she designs the costumes. Even though she does love different uniforms, Ruby should be the one to add the idol flair to the outfits. In the short stories, Ruby loves school idols, which is why she bonds with Chika over them, even though Chika just started loving school idols. I would not mind if Ruby and Dia shared the love of school idols similarly, but it is Ruby who possesses the most knowledge about it. Obviously, many characters would love school idols in this universe, but we need to solidify who is the most knowledgeable in the group. When Dia spews out idol knowledge over poor Ruby, it makes Ruby out as the true queen of idols. The anime could have made the sisters work in tandem, but it does not. Some of the music videos show Ruby's love of school idols and her dedication to the craft, but she does not get to speak her mind on idols much. The anime production team does not do Ruby Kurosawa justice. She can be a complex and interesting character if given enough time to grow herself, yet the anime does not provide that. It gives its focus to the 8 other characters, save for maybe Marty and Kanan, which can dampen the atmosphere. While Ruby does possess many traits, and some change would be expected, her character should not be utterly destroyed, removing her essence to spread for others. Hopefully in the second season, Ruby will get the love she rightfully deserves. In the meantime, I wish you a happy birthday, Ruby-chan. Tanjobi omedetou. Thank you very much everyone for watching this special video on Ruby Kurosawa. I've had this video in production for a couple months now. I can't wait to finally release it for her birthday. I did this specifically just like with Setsuna-chan. If you have not seen the Setsuna video, you can definitely check down in the description down below for a link, or you can look on my channel. If you like theory videos, you'll definitely like this one. As for Love Like Sunshine, you can watch it legally streaming on Crunchyroll and Funimation. There's no disc release yet. As for other series featured in this video, such as Kumamiko, Yuri Yuri, Masamune-kun's Revenge, and Nanamaru Sanbatsu, you can watch them on those services as well. Sadly, but Procure does not have one yet legally. Technically, there is Glitter Force, but we aren't quite at that point yet. Anyway, I will be continuing making more videos of this, so here's a special teaser for a special video coming in a few weeks. Thank you once again. If you like this video, please subscribe and leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next video.
僕らをいつも出して